Hey Heidi, how's it going?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How's life?
Today I went to the clinic. Tomorrow they will take my X-ray
Uh-huh.
to
How many
check.
days how many days until they remove it, do you know? Or
Maybe next week.
awesome. So they're gonna
Tomorrow
X-ray
maybe
tomorrow?
they change my cast, shorter
Uh-huh.
one. No, it's covered over my wrist. So for my finger movement, it's bothersome.
Yeah, so you want to make they're gonna make it smaller, maybe they'll
Yeah,
free
small
up
and
your
much,
fingers. Yeah,
much comfortable.
yeah. Nice, that's good. That's good. Um, Besides that, how's the weather like in Osaka right now?
It's crowded. Recently, every day it's crowded.
Oh, really?
Mm,
Is it gonna rain, do you think?
it affects my mental what's in my feeling.
Yeah, no, cloudy days are definitely they have an effect. They sometimes depress us a little bit, right?
Yes, yes. Usually autumn season, the sky is very blue and high and blue. It's said we call it akibare means autumn fine. What's it? Autumn good weather. Autumn
Mm-hmm.
bright. Yeah.
Autumn bright. Nice,
Mm.
nice. Do you think it's gonna rain anytime soon, or are all the typhoons gone?
Yeah, I heard from Filipinos. He said, "Oh, typhoon was born."
Uh-huh. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Mm.
Yes.
It's
Sometimes
a
these.
very big, but very big typhoon. He said,
Oh, really?
"Yeah." So he's preparing his house.
Do you know when it's going to reach?
Usually it takes 1 week, at least 1 week.
Uh-huh. It's
Mm.
gonna come all the way from the Philippines up to Japan?
Yes,
Wow. Okay. So
Pino is like bicycle or a small car.
yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, the speed is very limited, but it's gonna be it's going to be gathering a lot of power as it comes up because
Mm.
these kind of storms, these kinds of storms like hurricanes in North America,
Mm.
typhoons in the Pacific Ocean, cyclones in the Indian Ocean, they all have the same, they're all the same thing, they
Mm.
just have different names.
Maybe because of global warming, the seawater is quite high, warm. The
Yeah,
typhoon, while traveling on the warm sea, it will gain the power.
yeah, they do exactly. They gain steam over water.
Yeah.
They gain steam over warm water, especially. So that's why in the tropical areas we see a lot of,
Yeah.
storms.
So recently, typhoon is very strong.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Hmm.
A lot of storms happening, but hopefully they don't damage too much.
Yeah.
Uh, hey, Francisco, how's it going? Bienvenido.
Hi, Farhan. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How's life in Mexico today or tonight?
Yeah, here in Juarez, Mexico is a little cloudy,
Uh-huh.
but the weather is nice.
Very nice. Yeah, it's kind of cloudy here too. It rained a lot today. I had an exam today that I was preparing for. I took an exam. I was at the exam for 4.5 hours, and I left the exam, and it was super rainy. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, almost flooded. Like some of the streets were really a lot of rain. So interesting to see that. Uh, and we have somebody new today joining us. How's it going, Carla?
Hi, good, thank you.
Good, good. Um, I think we have some sound issues, guys. Is that my mic? Do you guys know?
I don't know.
Francisco, do you know if it's your mic by any chance that's causing that sound in the back?
No, I don't think so because
It's not
I have
yours.
it disabled.
You have it muted? Okay, good, good. Let me figure it out then. Okay, Carla, actually, before we move on, how are you? Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Peru, but I live in New York.
You're from Peru, but you live where?
In New York.
Oh, fantastic. My parents live in New York.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Where in New York?
Queens.
Queens. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, my parents are in, they live 3 hours north of New York City. So a city called Binghamton. Maybe you heard about it. It's
Upstate, right?
upstate. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so they live upstate. I hope to be there for my sister's birthday. It's going to be on Christmas, so I'm probably going to go back and be in New York. Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, absolutely. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Marcelo, how's it going? Oh,
Olá,
I'm sorry.
professor.
Hey,
Sou eu,
how's it going?
professor.
Everything's good. I thought you were somebody else for a second because
Okay.
Mark San, I think you changed your name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure. How's it going? Good, man. Tudo beleza?
Tudo beleza, professor?
Muito bom, muito bom. The two words of Portuguese that I know.
Yeah,
I use them.
learning,
I use
you are
them just.
learning English very fast.
Yeah. Hopefully it works well.
Portuguese, sorry. Portuguese very fast.
Same difference, no difference. It's fine. Okay, guys. So that's awesome. Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started pretty soon. I just wanted to wait a couple more minutes. But in the meantime, I'll give you guys an overview of kind of what we are going to talk about today. So today's class is going to focus on, when we talk about grammar, it's going to talk about the future tense. We're going to talk about the future tense. And in the future tense, really, we use one particular verb. We use will, and when we make the future tense in English, and we also use going to, right? So I am going to do something. I will do something. They mean the same thing, more or less. It's up to personal preference, depending on what you like to say, what you feel comfortable saying. That's what people use, right? So we'll look at the differences between will and going to, and we'll practice some of the future tense sentences. And then in our class, we are going to be, in the article, we're going to be talking about dumplings. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with dumplings, but they are very common in many cuisines all around the world. They're called different names, they might have different foods inside them, but really they are universal in many countries. So, does anyone have any questions about that before we get started?
Here in Mexico we say albóndigas.
Albóndigas?
Albóndigas.
Albóndigas, so Francisco, that's a good question, because when I go to some restaurants, I hear people say, empanadas, and empanada is also kind of like a dumpling, right? Because it has stuffed meat or something inside, right? But maybe there's a difference, Francisco. What makes an albóndiga an albóndiga? If you could explain.
Well, albóndigas are made from meat and rice.
Meat and rice. Okay.
Yeah, they are round. They are round, and they are served as well.
Oh, so they're served much smaller size.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've seen like empanadas can get really big, right?
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be, actually, you're right. So that wouldn't be, an empanada would be less like a dumpling, right? So, yeah, go ahead, Francisco.
Yes, empanadas are made from flour. Flour.
Flour, yeah. Flour or flour, yeah.
And albóndigas are made from meat.
Nice.
Or rice.
Rice and meat. Okay, interesting. Very cool, guys. And so to begin, I'm glad, Francisco, that you asked that question. You're getting us thinking about food, right? I want to practice the future tense, and I want to ask you guys, are you going to make any food tomorrow? Okay, all of us are, except for Heidi, all of us are in the Western Hemisphere. So Heidi, you can answer, when we come to you, you can answer, are you going to make any food today? But for everyone else, I will ask, are you going to make any food tomorrow? So I'll start with me. Am I going to make food tomorrow? Yes, I am definitely going to cook tomorrow, because I live alone and nobody will feed me unless I cook. So I have to cook tomorrow, right? So I am going to cook tomorrow. Let's go to Carla. Carla, are you going to cook something tomorrow?
No, not really. My mom's cook. She will cook tomorrow.
Fantastic. I will not cook tomorrow. My mom will cook tomorrow. Great, awesome. Francisco, what about you?
Well, my wife is going to cook tomorrow.
Oh, come on, you guys are not cooking yourselves. Okay, great, fantastic. My wife is going to cook tomorrow. Great. Heidi, what about you?
I'm going to cook dinner today, later.
Yes, good. Somebody else is going to cook, okay? Awesome, awesome. Do you know what you're going to make, Heidi?
Yesterday I cooked adobo, Filipino cuisine.
Uh-huh.
Today, maybe Chinese.
Chinese food.
Yeah.
Great, that's awesome. I only know how to cook two things. So I just switch between those two things. So sometimes I make pasta with some chicken. Other times I make Indian rice with chicken. Those are the only two things I know how to make.
Tandoori chicken.
Uh, it's not tandoori chicken, but it's very close. It's actually called butter chicken. Butter chicken
Chicken curry.
is what we call it. Chicken curry, yeah, similar, right? Similar.
I
Yeah.
love Indian food.
Uh-huh.
I really do.
Chicken. You might know this then, Clara. Chicken makhni is the name of the one I make. Chicken makhni means like mixed, so it's like mixed chicken with vegetables and other things like that. So it's really delicious. Yeah.
I love it.
What kinds of Indian food do you like particularly, Carla?
Well, I like the chicken curry, the fish curry. Let me see. I tried the samosa, but I think that's from Bangladesh.
My parents are from Bangladesh.
Okay.
Yeah, so samosas, absolutely. It's the same food, right? So India, Bangladesh, we eat the same kind of stuff. And samosas are kind of like dumplings,
I
right?
love that.
You love samosas. Okay, great, great. You're gonna enjoy today's class then. We're gonna talk about samosas, I think.
Cool.
Awesome. And Marcelo, professor, last but not least, are you going to cook something tomorrow?
I'm gonna go buy some to cook tomorrow.
You're gonna go buy some chicken tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy something to cook tomorrow.
Oh, something to
But
cook tomorrow.
I don't know why. I don't know what I will buy.
Uh-huh. So do you cook normally, Marcelo?
No, sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Because I live by myself, I live alone. So sometimes I eat outside, and sometimes I eat in my home. In my home.
Awesome, awesome. Just like me, man. We are bound by what we know how to cook and what we have outside.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have Gregory join us as well. Hey, Gregory, how's it going?
Hello, everybody. Hello, Farhan.
Good to see you.
Hello.
I connect you my cell phone.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. That's great.
And I
Google.
walking in the town.
Awesome, awesome. So we were all kind of going around, Gregory, and asking questions about what we are going to cook. Are you going to cook anything today, Gregory, or will somebody else cook for you?
Yes, somebody else, my wife especially.
All right, fantastic. Francisco and Gregory, you guys are in the same situation. Okay, your wives cook for you, and then Carla, we had her mom will cook for her. Heidi, Marcelo, and I, we cook. Thank God. We have some people that still cook. Okay, great, guys, fantastic. So what we were doing in that exercise was really what we're going to talk about today, right? Yes, Francisco, you guys are very lucky. Yeah. You can soak in the glory, have your 15 seconds of fame. It's okay, right? You guys are lucky. But when we talk about the future tense, right, there's these two constructions, will and going to, right? We use them the same way, but there are slight differences in terms of the construction that we make. So when we use will, we use the subject, then the word will, and then the verb, right? So I will cook tomorrow, right? You can, if you want, after the verb, you can put a time-related phrase, like tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, whatever, right? Completely up to you. But we use this construction. So the subject plus will plus a verb, and then an optional time phrase. All right. So when you guys were saying today, I will cook something later today, I will cook something tomorrow, it's something that I think is going to be really helpful when we are talking about things that we're going to do in the future. Maybe even in either the near future or the far future. Oh wow, that's an English question for me. It's either in the near future or in the distant future, right? We can talk about different things using will and going to, right? So let's see what you guys are saying. Marcelo, you're gonna make the bacon, okay? And then you're also the breadwinner. Yeah, same here, man. I'm the breadwinner. I win the bread for myself.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, well, welcome to the club, right? Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So can we all let's go around, guys, just one more time, and let's make another sentence using this time. Let's specifically use the will construction, and let's also use a time phrase, right? So let's use both of these components. You can use any subject, any verb that you want, but let's all use will, and let's all use some optional time phrase. It can be about anything. So I'll say, I will sleep 12 hours tomorrow, right? Because I feel lazy, right? I will sleep 12 hours tomorrow. So Marcelo, let's start with you, and then we'll go all the way to the left.
I will hit the sack 2 a.m.
I will hit the sack at 2 a.m., right? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you're going to hit the sack, guys, is another way of saying I will go to sleep, right? Going to sleep, hit the sack. It's a very informal but very funny way to say go to sleep, right? So Marcelo will hit the sack at 2 a.m. Heidi, another sentence from you, please, this time.
I'll go grocery shopping later.
I will go grocery shopping later. Fantastic, right? Your time phrase is later. It's not specific. It doesn't need to be specific, right? Later can be now, 2 hours from now, whatever, right? Let's hear from Gregory. Gregory, what's another sentence using will and a time phrase?
I will working hard today.
I will be working hard today, right?
Yes.
Because we need that be if you want to use working, right? So since working is a continuous ing verb.
I will work hard today.
Fantastic. That works too, right? I will work hard today. Or if we want to use the continuous tense, I will be working hard today, right? So great job. Francisco, something from you, please.
I will do my homework tomorrow morning.
I will do my homework tomorrow morning. Fantastic, fantastic. I will do my homework tomorrow morning. And Carla also, please.
I will call my friend tomorrow morning.
I will call my friend tomorrow morning, right? Fantastic. You guys all used I, which is okay because it doesn't really change, right? The subject doesn't really change the form of the word will. Will always stays the same, right? We will call our friends tomorrow. We will drive tomorrow. They will eat dinner tomorrow night at the restaurant. Whatever, right? The form does not change. So how do we make will negative, guys? If I say I'm not going to do something, how do I say that with will?
I will not.
Want.
I will not want to do something. Exactly. I will not, right?
Or
So
I won't.
fantastic, fantastic. I will not or I won't, right? Those are the two forms. So will not is the negative form of will, and the contraction form is won't, right? So Marcelo, since you volunteered, what's a sentence with will not?
I will not work tomorrow.
I will not work tomorrow.
Yeah, because I'm completely beat.
Because you're completely beat. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
I will not work tomorrow because I'm completely beat, right? So Marcelo, as our resident expert on everything American, he loves to use words like beat, right? So beat means very tired, right? Completely tired. If somebody is completely beat, completely tired, right? So Marcelo will not work tomorrow because he's completely beat. And also, Carla, I think you answered as well with will not. What's another sentence we can make with will not?
I will not fix my car tomorrow.
I will not fix my car tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't want to use on before tomorrow, right? We can just say tomorrow, right?
Okay.
So
Well,
there are. I like how you used on because we would use on for any other instance, right? So if I wanted to say I will fix my car on Monday, yeah, we would use on. Or I will fix my car, on any other day of the week, we can do that, but not for tomorrow. So Good job. Any questions, guys, on the construction of will and also will not?
No.
No questions? Okay, fantastic. We'll jump right into going to then, right? So going to is the second form of how we talk about the future tense, right? So when we use going to, really the construction is more or less the same, except there's one important difference, right? When we use the phrase going to, we have to also include the verb to be, right? So if I'm using I have to say, I am going to cook dinner tomorrow, right? I am going to visit my friends tomorrow, right? We cannot say I going to. We need that verb to be, right? I am going to. She is going to. We are going to, right? So we need the verb to be, and we need, in combination with the going to phrase, right? So let's all go around, guys, and let's come up with some examples. This time, let's not use I, okay? Because you guys used I when we did the first round. Let's use another subject instead of I. So let's use you, we, they, he, she, whatever, right? Do you want to start, Carla, if you don't mind?
Sure. They're going to Olive Garden this weekend.
Fantastic. They are going to Olive Garden this weekend, right? Olive Garden is an Italian restaurant in the U.S. and Canada probably also. Very nice place. Have you been there before, Carla?
All the time.
Oh, it's a nice
I love
place.
Italian food, yeah.
Are there any Olive Gardens in the city though, or are they all outside the city?
Let me see. Well, there's like 2 in Manhattan, one in Queens, more than one, I think. The mall in this area, Brooklyn,
Okay.
yeah.
Brooklyn has a few too. Okay, that's interesting because I don't think I've ever noticed like a non-family owned Italian restaurant inside the city, because they say that there are no Denny's in New York City because all the Italians and all the Greek families, they would want to, like, if there was a major chain in the city, they would lose business because you have so many families, right? So interesting. I'm gonna have to check it out next time.
Okay, sure.
Marcelo, yeah, what's your question, man? Go ahead.
Yeah, could I say make the same question, use the same, for instance, let me put a example here.
Sure.
I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna go work tomorrow, and I will work tomorrow.
Yeah, both of those work, right? So you can say I'm going to work tomorrow. You can make going to into gonna. I am gonna go to work tomorrow, right? So actually, this is probably a good time to mention this. So if we say I am going to work tomorrow, right? The phrase gonna is an abbreviation of going to, okay? It's just an abbreviation for going to. So if I say I'm going to work tomorrow, I can also say I'm gonna work tomorrow, right? Because gonna and going to mean the exact same thing. However, and this is where it gets confusing for folks, right? If you say I am going to go to work tomorrow, then that go is an additional word that we need to add to gonna if we use gonna, right? So I am going to go to work tomorrow will be I am gonna go to work tomorrow, right? So sometimes I think people get confused because they think going to go is the same as gonna. That's not true. Just going to is the same as gonna, right? So Marcelo, you can say I'm gonna work tomorrow, I'm going to work tomorrow, or I will work tomorrow.
The same meaning.
Same meaning, absolutely the same meaning, yeah. No problems. Both of them are future, both of them are same meaning. Yep.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. Marcelo, do you want to start then? Give me a phrase with going to.
Going to?
Yeah. Anything else? I mean, you've given us one here. But
I'm gonna go pick my daughter at the airport. I'm gonna go pick my daughter At the airport tomorrow.
Fantastic. I was waiting for the up, right? I'm gonna go pick my daughter up from the airport tomorrow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Heidi, one example from you, please, using going to or gonna.
Okay. My doctor's gonna take my X-ray tomorrow.
My doctor is my doctor.
My doctor's gonna take
My
my X-ray tomorrow.
Fantastic. My doctor's gonna take my X-ray tomorrow, right? So we're using a contraction, and we are using gonna, right? Fantastic. My doctor's gonna take my X-ray tomorrow, right? So doctors, guys, remember, is a contraction of doctor is, right? This is very conversationally important in English. We always say that, you know. My mom's gonna pick me up. My dad's gonna come home late, whatever, right? The apostrophe S contraction with gonna. Nice job, Heidi. Gregory, what's another example of using going to?
We're gonna meet him at 6 o'clock.
Fantastic. They're gonna meet him at 6 o'clock, right? They're gonna meet him at 6 o'clock. Francisco, one from you, please.
I'm gonna buy a car this weekend.
I'm gonna buy a car this weekend. Fantastic. What kind of car?
No. Yes.
Is this an example? Okay, great, fantastic.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was for real, but no, I'm just okay. So I'm gonna buy a car this weekend, right? Fantastic. And also Carla, please. What's another example?
My friend is gonna be late tomorrow.
My friend's gonna be late tomorrow, right? Great, good. Very good, guys. So you guys actually killed 2 birds with 1 stone because we were going to be using gonna in the next part, but you guys already learned how to use gonna. So any questions about going to and gonna, guys?
No.
No questions on that? Okay, good. If you guys are going to ask me questions later, that's fine too, okay? So
Thank you.
You can always ask us questions later. And then last but not least, guys, the very last thing I wanted to mention was how we can also use the present continuous to talk about the future in English, right? So if I'm using the present continuous, for example, if I say, I am working tomorrow, right? I can say, I'm gonna work tomorrow. I can say, I will work tomorrow. I can also say, I am working tomorrow, right? So when we use the present perfect, the present continuous in combination with the verb to be, I am going to, I am, that's going to, but I am working, I am planning, whatever, right? Any other verb like that, right? I am meeting my mother on Saturday, right? I am organizing the party next week, right?
I am traveling.
Yeah, fantastic. What's
Next
another?
week.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm traveling next week, right? Great job. So when we have the verb to be in combination with a verb that ends in ing, then we have the future as well, even though this is the present continuous, right? So Marcelo, you gave us the example. That was great. Heidi, do you want to give us an example of a sentence in which the present continuous is used for the future? Yeah.
I'm meeting my friend in a coffee shop tomorrow.
Fantastic. I am meeting my friend at a coffee shop tomorrow. Right? Or it doesn't matter.
At is better. At
No,
is
at is perfect, right? Because remember, when we're meeting someone, we meet them at a location, right?
At a coffee shop.
At a coffee shop. Fantastic. Yeah. Great job. That was perfect. What about you, Gregory? Another example using the verb to be and a verb that ends in ing.
Our friends are planning vacation next month.
Fantastic. Our friends are planning vacation next month. They're planning a vacation next month, right? Fantastic. Both of those, yeah, that's perfect. Francisco, another one from you, please.
I'm having dinner with my boss tonight.
Fantastic. I'm having dinner with my boss tonight, right? You guys are using some great verbs. This is really good, right? We're not all saying I'm gonna, or I'm going to, right? The going to is really one form of this verb, right? Going to is a present continuous also. It's a specific form, but we can also use other verbs like we're seeing here with you guys. And also, last but not least, Carla, from you, please.
Sure. Well, I'm thinking to get a new book tomorrow.
I'm thinking to get a new book tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm thinking to get a new book tomorrow, right? So Carla is speaking extremely colloquial English, right? It's great. This is exactly how we talk, right? I'm thinking to get a book tomorrow, right? Sometimes we use get for every verb, right? I'm going to get something. Not I'm going to buy something or I'm thinking to buy something. No, I'm thinking to get something, right? It's great. It's great. I'm glad we have that connection, you know? Yeah, fantastic. So any questions, guys, about the present continuous for when we are using the future tense or to make future phrases? No questions, guys? Everybody? We're okay?
Yep.
Okay, we're okay. Fantastic. Nobody's saying anything. So, okay, let's jump then real quick into our article, right? So we're going to take a look today. I think it's going to be an exciting lesson, actually. Looking at dumplings from all around the world, right? We have folks from, living in New York, but, you are from Peru, Carla, and we have Francisco from Mexico, we have Gregory from Israel, we have Heidi from Japan, Marcel from Brazil. So it's going to be really, really nice to see all of these different examples, right? Dumplings, are really kind of universal because they're such a simple food item, right? You take something, you put stuff in it, you fry it, or you boil it, right? And it becomes something really delicious, and I think a lot of cultures use it. So let's take a look at this link. I don't remember how much of this article is words and how much of it is photos, but we'll take a look and hopefully we enjoy it. So hopefully we could have maybe made some dumplings, but no, it's not possible to share on the internet yet. Okay. The language of dumplings is universal. Okay. So who doesn't like a tiny present wrapped in dough, right? It's a good question. I think everybody loves little food items like dumplings, right? We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day by eating dumplings. Think of them like really tiny presents wrapped in dough.
Sound.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Marcelo.
It's a sound, isn't it?
What's sounding?
Elton John, I think. We are the world, we are the children, we are the
Yeah, it is. It is. I think so. Honestly, I don't know if that's maybe what she's trying to. I think she's trying to be funny by using that phrase, right? But yeah, it seems like it. We are the ones who make a better day by eating dumplings. So think of them like really tiny presents wrapped in dough, right? Dough is fried bread. I think or actually no, it's not fried bread. It's just what you make bread from, right? And no matter where someone is from, they will be happy when you give it to them. They are the universal gift, the universal language, dumplings. Okay, so we get it. She loves dumplings, right? So let's look at these Chinese dumplings. Have you guys seen these Chinese dumplings before?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're pretty common, right?
Sometimes I cook it.
Oh, Heidi, how do you make them?
It's very easy. I can buy dough in the supermarket.
Uh-huh.
I make only inside.
So you have to make the stuffing, right? The stuff that goes inside, right?
Yes, and I wrap it with dough.
What do you usually put inside, if you don't mind me asking?
Minced pork
Uh-huh.
and cabbage or Chinese cabbage.
Nice, nice. Is that the same thing as kimchi, or is kimchi Korean?
No much different.
Okay, it's different. Yeah, I don't know anything about food, so that's awesome. So pork, miso, and maybe also some kind of lettuce inside, right?
Or,
And rice. Yeah. How long does it take to make? If I wanted to make some for myself.
it takes long because I need to wrap by dough.
Oh, that's true. So the wrapping takes time.
Yeah. Usually I make it 3 dumplings. It's very small, so.
Mm-hmm. And how long do they actually take when, like, do you fry them or do you put them in boiling water or what's the
After that, yeah, fried.
fry them, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine the frying doesn't take that much time, right? Maybe like 10 minutes maximum.
And we eat with the vinegar and the soy sauce.
Hmm. Awesome. That's great. Sounds like a great combination, right? And I think people also put vegetables inside dumplings as well. Not, sometimes they put meat, other times they put vegetables. Francisco, Carla, have you guys seen anything like this in like other places?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So,
Um,
yeah, go ahead, Carla. I want to hear from each of you guys. Go ahead
well,
first.
I tried this before. I work with Bangladesh people from Japan, Chinese, Arabic. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
The entire world, right?
Yeah. It's New York City.
Yeah, New York City, right? It's the world, and it's a small version of the world. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you had these before. Francisco, what about you? Have you tried these before?
No, not really. I
Uh-huh.
haven't heard of them. Here in Mexico, we make gorditas. Maybe they look alike, or they something like them.
Yeah, something like these dumplings. No, that's awesome. Gregory, I'm not sure if you can see images. Can you see images on your phone?
Yes, I see images, but I still not understand what is it. But I think we have something similar. I just buy semi-ready and boiled it inside
Nice.
meat.
Nice, fantastic. So yeah, these I think really, Gregory, this is the same idea. It's dough, some kind of dough, some kind of bread. Inside there's meat or vegetables or something, and you fry it, and that's really what a dumpling is, right? So we see that you guys have them in Israel, then you guys have them in New York City, obviously, and also in Mexico we have gorditas, right? Heidi talked about hers. Marcelo, what about you? Do you guys have anything like this in Brazil and cooking there?
No, teacher, I've never seen it before. It's my first
Wow.
time that I've never seen it. I just know almôndegas, you know?
Yeah, but I've heard Marcelo that there are a lot of Chinese immigrants and Japanese immigrants in Sao Paulo and Rio. Um,
Yeah.
I'm sure they have this kind of food maybe at like the Chinese restaurants in Brazil maybe.
Yeah, but I've never seen. Maybe that is here in
Maybe
Brazil, you
there
know?
is. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think that there is this kind of food, but I've
Uh-huh.
never seen it before.
Interesting. Great. Okay, guys. And then this is Nepalese, right? So these are called momos. Nepal is very close to India, but I don't really know a lot about Nepalese food. I can tell that this is some kind of spicy sauce because Indian people eat a lot of spicy sauce, right? And then these really they look like the same kind of dumplings we saw in the picture in the first picture, right? What do you guys think about this? Do you think this will be something spicy?
Yes, it had chili.
Yeah, right. Look at
Chili.
this. Exactly. It's got like this orange color. It's got to be spicy, right? What about the rest of you guys? Just speak anytime because I can't see anybody right now because I'm looking at this image. So just start talking.
The sauce
People.
seems curry.
Yeah, the sauce looks like curry, right? Definitely Indian influence here, right? I can see maybe pepper. There's some red spots here.
Scorpions
Coriander,
too.
I'm sorry,
But
Carla. Go ahead.
coriander, turmeric.
Coriander as well. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome, guys. I got. Uh-huh.
is the raw?
Maybe they used a wok, right? Absolutely. I'm not really sure. Guys, give me 1 second. I need to respond to my friend here. 1 second. سلام جونم من دیگه کلینگا هستم دیگه بعداً به زنگ میزنم دیگه باشه باشه عزیزم سلام خداحافظ جونم بای Sorry about that, guys. I had to just stop that. Okay, so we have these examples, right? So we have this curry. What else were you guys saying, guys? My apologies. You guys were saying some other stuff about this.
Oh yeah, I said that it looks like beans.
Looks like beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly, right? They could have. I don't know what they have inside. Let's look here. Momos, they actually don't describe it. The description is the same description as the Chinese one. So unfortunately, we don't know what's inside, but it looks kind of special, right? Russia has something called pelmeni. Pelmeni. These are pelmenis, right? Have you guys seen this before? Anybody?
No.
Yeah, this is my first time too seeing this. I'm not sure. Gregory, are you there still? Maybe not. I was going to ask Gregory about pelmeni because it seems like it's Russian and he's from Russia. So um, yeah, this one I don't really know what they have inside, but I would assume that maybe there's some kind of cheese or meat inside from what I know about Eastern European food. And this is frozen also, right? Do you guys think the freshly made dumpling is going to taste the same as a frozen dumpling?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either. What about the rest of you guys? Does anybody want to say anything? Francisco, did you want to say something?
No, not really.
Uh-huh.
I think it's I don't know what kind of food is this.
It doesn't even tell us, yeah, unfortunately.
It's a kind of it's a spaghetti.
Yeah, it looks like ravioli, right?
Ravioli, yeah, ravioli.
Yeah, it looks kind of like
know.
ravioli, yeah. So maybe there's cheese and maybe people eat it with tomato sauce or something like that, right? This is what we heard from Carla, samosas, right?
Delicious.
Yeah, this is Indian stuff right here, guys. This is my territory right here, right? So this is some great stuff, right? Have you guys heard of samosas before?
It's like a pastel here in Brazil, you know, pastel.
Pastel, really? I've never heard of that, Marcelo. What's it like?
Pastel, it's a kind of massa, how can I say it in English? I don't know.
Masa, like maybe a mezcla?
Yeah, it's like a mess.
Uh-huh.
You know, a mess with meat inside them.
With meat inside. Is it usually chicken, beef? What kind of meat inside?
Yeah, meat, cold meat,
Mm-hmm.
or cheese
Cheese
inside
also.
of. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. Heidi, have you seen samosas before, Heidi?
No, what is inside?
So you can put anything inside these guys, right? This is the most universal food in India, probably, right? They have the most common types that I've seen, because there are a lot of people in India who are actually vegetarian. Uh, Potatoes are actually a very common filling, right? So they put potatoes. It's spicy stuff. So because Indian people eat a lot of spice with everything, we
Do they
put
eat pork? No.
pork is generally not really that Indian because well, a lot of people are vegetarian, and then also Muslims don't eat pork. So you have kind of a lot of vegetarians, and you have people who don't eat pork. So as a result, I have never seen a pork samosa actually. So I've seen chicken is very common. Muslims eat beef samosas as well. Hindus are vegetarians. They eat a lot of vegetarian samosas, spicy potatoes. I've seen peas, carrots, all kinds of vegetables inside. And it's just fried dough, really. I mean, you take some dough, you put some stuff inside, you roll it up into a little triangle, or you fold it into a triangle, and then you put it in some oil. And I mean, maybe I'm giving too much information. Carla, what would you say about this?
Well, I love them because they're really spicy. Oh my god. I have to eat it with water because I love it.
Yeah. Not only that,
Good
but
as
not
well.
only do we put spice inside, but we also dip it in spicy sauce, right, Carla?
Right. I
Yeah.
remember like a couple of weeks, my coworker well, she's from Bangladesh.
Yeah.
She asked me to order Chinese food, and she said, how are the soups? I said they're really good. They had chicken soup and I don't know what the name is. but they have different soups. So I ordered chicken soup for me, and the how do you call it? It's a Chinese, very famous, but I forgot the name.
Uh-huh.
So I get one for her, and when she finishes the soup, she said, "What was inside the meat, right?" I said pork, and she was trying to kill me.
Yeah, it's because
She thinking it's pork.
if she's from Bangladesh, yeah, she's probably Muslim, so she probably doesn't eat pork. So it probably came as a surprise for her that
Yeah,
it's
and I
something that
didn't
has
know,
pork in it.
but she
Yeah,
liked
yeah.
it. She liked it.
That's good. That's good. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter if you eat it without knowing. I mean, depending on how much people care, but if you didn't know about it, it's not a problem.
Right,
So,
and I
yeah.
remember now the soup is called wonton soup.
Yeah, wonton soup, yeah, or wonton
Yeah,
soup. It's very popular in a lot of Chinese food, right?
yeah.
Did you guys have any other questions about samosas before we move on to the next one, guys?
No.
Francisco, have you seen this in Mexico anywhere?
No, not really. Here in Mexico, we have a lot of stuff like this. For example, tamales, flautas, enchiladas, gorditas.
Yeah. Francisco, you mentioned flautas, right? There's a Mexican restaurant just 5 minutes from my house, walking, okay? Walking 5 minutes, right? I have been there before, and I have asked for las flautas de pollo, and they are the best flautas I have had in my life. I swear
Yeah.
to God. Every time I go in, the lady already knows what I want. She says, "Oh, señor flautas." I go, "Yes, señor flautas."
They're delicious.
They are amazing. I love them. I love them. Very, very good. Okay, guys. So this is in Hyderabad, India. So this is actually in southern India, but doesn't matter. We all love them. So, and then Poland, we have pierogies. Have you guys seen pierogies before?
No.
No. Teacher,
Yeah, go ahead, Marcelo. Yeah.
I sent you some pictures of the
Oh,
pastel here in Brazil. You're gonna
fantastic.
see.
Yeah. Let me open that up real quick, actually, right now. Let's see. Pastels. Oh, yeah, these look just like empanadas and
Yeah, it's
Porridge. Like porridge.
yeah, these look like empanadas a lot. Yeah, go ahead, Marcel. You were saying something, Marcel. I'm
so
sorry.
it's similar that you are showing us that sells in India.
Yeah, samosa, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, and you guys also, I think with all of these foods, it's very common to have some kind of a sauce also, right? So this sauce right here in the middle, and there's like salsa or salad
Yeah,
or some kind,
spice,
right?
a lot of spice.
A lot of spice. Yeah, wow, that's really cool. That's awesome. I don't know if they actually show this in the article, but we'll look at pierogies. So pierogies are from Poland, guys, and they have, cheese inside usually. The only way I know about pierogies is that they are actually pierogies are sold frozen in many supermarkets. So when young college people want something like a quick snack, they go to the store and they just buy frozen pierogies and they put them in the freezer and then they defrost and drop them in like hot oil when they want to eat them. But none of these foods are that healthy, right? But they're delicious stuff. So, and then we'll look at this one last, guys. So ravioli. I'm sure you guys have all seen ravioli, right?
Yeah. When
Yeah.
I was in Italy, I often cooked, not from scratch. I bought it in the supermarket
Yeah,
and
yeah.
boiled and I put some tomato sauce or and in salad.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Italian food makes a lot of use of this stuff. What about you guys? The rest of you guys?
Well, I eat it with Parmesan cheese. Delicious.
Yeah, Parmesan cheese and ravioli, absolutely fantastic combination. Um, Anybody else? You want to say something about raviolis?
There are two kinds. One is cheese, one is inside the meat.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. No, actually, Heidi, I had no idea there were two types, I thought it was just one type. That's really good. Are they made any differently, or are they made the same way, really? Except for the meat inside or the cheese inside.
In my case, it's processed food. Only I
Oh,
bought in the supermarket.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you're not making it from scratch. No, but that's good. It's still good though. They have different types, right? And then actually, let's go to one more because it's Japan. What are gyoza, Heidi?
Actually, it's not Japanese. It came from China. The same as fast food.
Oh, so it's actually the same thing we saw in the very
Yes,
first picture, right?
but this Japan, we like fried gyoza. But the
Uh-huh.
first picture was steamed, right?
The first one looked steamed, yeah, definitely. And this one looks more fried, right?
But actually, the same thing.
You know, I've seen this at a Japanese restaurant. They put shrimp inside. Is that common to put seafood inside as well?
Yes, yes, shrimp gyoza or normal gyoza, many kind of gyoza.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. All right, guys. And then Argentina has empanadas, nothing really that crazy. We've talked about them before. Kind of similar to what we saw with the pastels in Brazil. Um, so Argentina has that. Singapore has fried dumplings, really kind of the same thing we saw before. Uh, Ghana has fufu. This is an interesting, I've never heard of this before, but West African, so different cuisine. And this looks like curry, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is, I think maybe some kind of meat curry with, and this doesn't even really look like a dumpling. I wonder what's inside this thing. What do you guys think is inside this? Did they say here? Fufu. Oh no, all they say is fufu.
Maybe you mix,
Cheese.
you put the
Maybe,
bread.
yeah, maybe cheese or maybe something. I don't know, actually. I'm going to look this up later. America has Hot Pockets. Okay, no one cares because we don't know how to eat. Mandu, I haven't heard of this either. Okay, so we've seen a lot of these pictures, guys. I'm gonna close out of this real quick now, and I wanted to ask you guys, now that we've seen all this delicious food, right? Are there any of these types of dumplings that you will make or you want to make soon? That you're going to make? How about that?
Well, in Peru we have empanadas too,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think I'm gonna cook that.
You don't think you're gonna make empanadas?
No.
I mean, honestly, we can just buy them, right? I mean, empanadas are so popular here that we can be lazy and we can just buy this food from anywhere, really, right? So I guess that's a good idea. What about, let's see, I'm gonna have to ask around because you guys are gonna be, you guys are not speaking, so I need to ask you guys questions. What about if you guys travel to one of these countries? Which one would you want to try? First, you guys can tell me the country, and then you can tell me which one you will try if you visit that country. I mean, just imagination. Uh, what
Well,
about?
I will.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Francisco, go ahead. No, go ahead. Absolutely. Sorry. Francisco, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was interrupting you. Go ahead.
Well, the first I will travel to Italy.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I have some ravioli.
Have some ravioli from Italy. That's fantastic, right? And then what about Heidi? If you could choose one of these countries to visit, which one would you visit and which one will you try?
Maybe Italy. Italy.
Italy again.
Another kind. There are many kind of dumplings in Italy.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, right? Many different types. So you would go to Italy again. Uh, Marcelo, if you could choose, which one would you choose, and or which one would you visit, and which one will you make?
I think I would try everything.
Try what? I'm sorry?
Everything.
You'll try everything. Oh, fantastic,
Yeah.
right? Why not, right? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's a good example of different kind of food, right? Were there any that you saw? I mean, or actually, let me ask you guys this question, right? We saw dumplings and we saw stuff inside dumplings. Some of them we saw the inside. Some of them we didn't see the inside. If you don't know if something is what is inside something, will you still eat it? Let's say somebody gives you a dumpling. It looks delicious. Excuse me. Like, let's say we are looking at fufu, right? Like, I don't know anything about fufu. Maybe inside fufu there is some food that I can't eat or that I don't like to eat, right? Well, is there any food item that you will not eat? Something that you will never eat? I want to hear from you guys. Let's start with Carla, if you don't mind. Carla?
Sure. Well, I heard that in China they eat cats. Definitely, I'm not gonna eat that because it's, just weird.
Yeah,
uh,
it'll weird you out, right? You don't want to eat something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. So Carlo will not eat cat, which makes sense, right? Francisco, is there anything you will not eat if it's in a food item or?
Yes, well, it depends on the food. Maybe we can find, I don't know, some food or some stuff that I I don't like to eat.
For example, like snake, would you eat snake?
Snake, well, yeah,
You would eat snake. That's awesome.
dry.
Yeah, dry snake, right? What about something like shark?
Yeah, I think it's delicious. Short.
That's good. That's good. So shark and
For
yeah.
example, morcilla here in Mexico
Hmm.
is the blood of the bull.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Have you had it before?
yeah, but I don't like it very much.
Okay, interesting. I've never had
It's weird.
blood before. Yeah, that is kind of interesting, different. Awesome. So you're gonna try maybe something that I will not try. I mean, I'm not gonna try pork because I don't eat it. But if something is very different, like a scorpion or a spider, I'll probably not eat a spider. You know, I will probably not eat a spider. What about Heidi? Is there something you will not eat if you are told about it?
Last year, my friend gave me crocodile jerky,
Uh,
crocodile.
crocodile
I
jerky.
couldn't, I couldn't eat it.
Really? Not even a
Yeah,
little bit. Not even a little piece.
yeah. The color is similar to beef jerky, but
Yeah.
next time I'll try it.
Yeah. I've heard interesting things. I've heard crocodile tastes like alligator, and alligator tastes like chicken. Some people
Yeah,
say frog legs taste like chicken.
yeah.
So very interesting kind of differences. And Marcelo, is there something that you will never eat?
Yeah. If I didn't know what is inside, I think I would just uh, give just a little bite
Just a little bite.
to feel to taste before to eat everything. But it's something
Yeah.
that I would never eat. I think it would be cockroach.
Mm-hmm.
Cockroach.
Cockroach?
Cockroach.
Cockroach.
Yeah, cockroach.
So like the little insects, like the little
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly what it is.
cockroaches or
It's awful.
roaches. Yeah, those things, I don't even know. Do people eat that stuff? Have you guys ever heard of people who eat that kind of stuff?
Chinese food, I think. There is
Oh,
some
really?
place in China that they usually to eat this kind of food.
Oh,
I've
wow,
heard
yeah.
in a news. I don't remember where I see it, but I see it.
Yeah, insects I'm a little grossed out by, This is another phrase for you, Marcelo, if you want to learn this. Grossed out. If somebody says grossed out, then that means that they find it really disgusting, right? So
Disgusting.
I am really grossed out by, let's say, cockroaches, right? I'm really,
Great.
yeah, I'm really grossed out. Means you think it's disgusting. I'm really grossed out by something, right? So yeah, and other foods. There's a show called Bizarre Foods with Andrew Zimmerman. If you guys get a chance, maybe you can watch some clips on YouTube or online. This guy, Andrew Zimmerman, he goes around the world and he tries all of the crazy foods in the world. So one time he was eating like tongue, like beef tongue, like a cow's tongue, really weird food that apparently in some parts of the world they're considered very delicious. So
You've just said that you don't like to eat pork meat, yeah?
yeah, I've actually never had pork.
Neither do I. I really don't like to pork meat.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe for me I think the reason is more religious, but people tell me bacon is really delicious. I don't eat bacon either, so I don't know about that, the reasoning behind it, but
Okay, good.
yeah. So, guys, I have to start my next class, guys, but I wanted to know if you guys had any questions about the future tense. So we looked at will, we looked at going to, will not, not going to, and then also we looked at the present progressive. And dumplings. Any other questions, guys, about any of this stuff?
No question.
No,
No,
everything is clear.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you
Francisco.
for your class. It's an amazing class. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marcelo. De nada, de nada. Obrigado você, obrigado você.
See you next class.
Absolutely. Take care. And Carla, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed the class.
I did. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll see you soon. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care,
Bye-bye.
Francisco. Bye-bye.
I went to the clinic. Tomorrow they will take my X-ray.
Uh-huh.
to
How many
check.
days until they remove it, do you know? Or
Maybe next week.
awesome. So they're gonna
Tomorrow
X-ray
maybe
tomorrow?
they change my cast, shorter one. No, it covered over my wrist. So for my finger movement, it's bothersome.
Yeah, so they're gonna make it smaller. Maybe they'll
Yeah,
free up
smaller,
your fingers. Yeah,
much comfortable.
yeah. Nice. That's good. That's good. Besides that, how's the weather like in Osaka right now?
It's crowded. Recently, every day it's crowded.
Oh, really?
Mm,
Is it gonna rain, do you think?
it affects my mental, what's in my feeling.
Yeah, no, cloudy days are definitely, they have an effect. They sometimes depress us a little bit, right?
Yes, yes. Usually, autumn season, the sky is very blue and high and blue. It's said we call it akibare means autumn fine. What's it? Autumn good weather. Autumn bright. Yeah.
Autumn bright. Nice. Hey, Heidi, how's it going?
Hello. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How's life?
That's